wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Game On. My name is Mike.
And I'm Trevor.
And today we're going to be bringing you another...
Amazing episode of Game On.
Indeed. Sorry, I just couldn't find the words.
I got you.
I couldn't find the word for it because there's many ways to describe Game On.
Amazing,
Immaculate,
awesome,
ultimate,
incredible,
spectacular, whatever.
We got a deep vocabulary.
Whatever.
Run.
Yeah, listen, man, there's just so many words.
We read the thesauruses.
Exactly. And none of those words describe the Mario Galaxy movie, which just happened to come out, what, a week or two ago?
Yeah, April 1st. It was literally last week.
Yeah. Did you see it by chance?
I did not get a chance to see it because I'm 20 and don't have the money to go to a children's movie by myself, unfortunately.
That's very
but
true.
I have seen things on Twitter, and it's mixed to poor.
All right, I'll save you the 90 minutes. Do you care that much about Nintendo?
I mean, I would say so. I mean, my first console was a Wii when I was like 4.
Now, do you care enough to point at the screen and soy face whenever you see the funny Nintendo man?
I mean, how funny is the funny Nintendo man? Who is the Nintendo man?
I mean, I don't know.
It depends. Maybe I'll like a Reddit like Soy Jack pointed at.
I mean, do you care that much about Mr. Game & Watch?
I kind of do. He's actually sick.
Okay, he is pretty sick, but that's basically what the Mario Galaxy movie is.
Did he pull out the hammer and go 9?
He did actually pull out the hammer.
Oh my god! He did. Reference. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
It's Smash Melee.
Guys, we're setting up Smash Bros. The movie. Let's go!
I love Star Fox.
But yeah, the Mario Galaxy movie really did just kind of feel like a second verse, same as the first, where it kept that very fast pacing problem that the first one had, where it's just immediately onto the next scene with no real.
Yeah, I seen someone call it like a movie for YouTube Shorts viewers. From what you're saying, that sounds like a very apt description.
It really is. It does feel like if you go to like a steakhouse or something, and then you get like a nice prime rib.
Yeah.
But it's all just like fat. But there's not even that much on it. And then you get down to the bone, and you're still hungry for more.
Was it like a Mario Galaxy movie, or just a movie where Mario went to a galaxy?
Yeah, it had a lot of elements from Mario Galaxy, but they really didn't get into like the meat and potatoes of Galaxy.
Yeah,
like,
so there was no like lore.
There was like a little bit of it, but it was very like kind of hit or miss.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it too much because we're still like
only a week.
Yeah, not too far out from like I guess when you can legally spoil anything.
Well, I mean, there's no law against it.
I mean, yeah, there's no law,
but
like
put whatever I want right now.
You very much could. But at the same time, for any loyal viewers who haven't seen it yet, I think it's still early enough to where we can dodge that bullet. But at the same, I'm just warning y'all now. Some of the lore that they introduced was very questionable.
Ooh, ominous. But I mean, well, I seen people saying that there's gonna be like a Smash movie. Oh, allegedly, that they're setting up for like a Smash movie, which like I kind of like assumed with Fox being in the movie, like
yeah, they kind of
Polar Bear in Arlington, Texas. What is he doing here?
They kind of just like shoehorned in Star Fox for some reason.
For money.
You want to know something funny? When they announced the VA for him, Glenn Powell, I confused him for Zach Ward, and I thought they were casting the Postal dude for this.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
That's the next movie.
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah, that's Mario.
Mario and Postal. Hi there, would you like to sign my petition? All right. Now, getting off of that, let's talk about what happened with, it's right here, the Artemis trip. Windows being Windows.
Windows 11 is so...
Windows being Windows, man.
I love Windows. I love Windows 8, too.
I do love Windows with all my heart, bro. I love when Windows just doesn't want to work and shows me 30 ads.
Ads.
Yeah,
30
man.
Ads for what?
Yeah, have you ever tried to like just do anything in the taskbar and all you get is like 3
Oh yeah,
advertisements?
like the boom, like thing that like pops up.
Yeah, it's
when you
like,
hit the
bro,
window.
I don't need the weather.
But like we gotta know how cold it is outside.
Yeah, but
like 50
I
degrees
I
right
can
now.
just
How-
look at my phone. It's right
You don't
here.
have a phone. You only have a Windows. You only have a computer.
Oh, that's true. Not even Bill Gates had a Windows phone though. That's
Yeah, no.
that. I'm a single denominator.
Windows 11. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I seen the Artemis like moon thing. I seen like pictures of the Earth. Like that is like seeing like the Earth from outer side. Like, I can't even comprehend like how small this is like totally off topic, but like it's so strange. Like everybody on Earth is in that picture. You can see none of them. It's like a speck. It's like Horton Hears a Who. We're all like specks on the little like flower or not the. It was like a little. No.
It was like a dandelion or something.
Yeah, like the dandelion. Thank you. I forgot what the dandelion.
That just
was.
reminds you of that kind of sentiment where you think about it, and we're all just kind of like skeletons running around.
Yeah.
Like, you ever think about that? You just walk down the street and you see a whole crowd of people. Like,
Yeah.
wow, those are a bunch
Wow,
of
we're all
skeletons.
skeletons.
Wow, there's just a bunch of skeletons on the
You just like
street.
scream and run away, like skeleton. They just like run.
You know what's gonna make you run?
Well, this is gonna make me run.
The Invincible Versus DLC.
Oh, I did see that. I actually have been looking forward to Invincible Versus for a long time, mostly because every other fighting game is also just like shooting themselves with these patch notes. It's like every month. It's like every game like has to like one up each other with how terrible the patch notes can be. But I'm looking forward to Invincible Versus because it's made by the old devs of like Killer Instinct, which is really really good. And I did see the final roster was Titan and Conquest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I've seen the DLC announcement. Who? They're like the Immortal? That's like Yamcha. You wouldn't pay DLC to play as Yamcha in like Dragon Ball Fighters. Like actual like who is that?
I mean, Dragon Ball Fighters had Videl of all
I
people,
forgot
and she
about that.
was in like top tier.
I did forget about that. Well, kind of the GOAT, but you know,
Yeah, that's true.
the Great Cyberman 2.
Now, I personally, I haven't seen Invincible or much of it. Can you explain to me why we can see him?
You should pick up a thesaurus.
Just like we did at the beginning of this episode.
Yes. What a callback. What an incredible callback.
Indeed, indeed. Another callback. Let's talk RAM prices.
They're going down.
Yeah, we're
A
finally
little bit.
tiny bit. The bubbles,
Like $10.
10 buckaroos. I mean, hey, 10 buckaroos is still like a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
You
It's
can-
like 0.0001%.
You could go down to the Walmart and pick up something in the middle aisles for
Yeah.
like.
I mean,
10
RAM
bucks.
prices going down even just a little bit is so big because everything like gaming is so dependent on RAM. Like not just like building your own PC, right? Obviously that's like the biggest use of RAM, like a consumer use. But like PS5s, they need RAM. Xboxes, they need RAM. Everything that is a computer or computes things needs random access memory.
The
so-
microchip in your brain needs RAM.
Yeah, my microchip needs more RAM. I
Exactly,
only have
bro.
like 8 gigabytes.
Yeah, dude. Like I can't process shit that well.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But like no, but even like the Steam machine, like everything like becomes like they don't have to raise the prices anymore. They can lower the prices.
We can
and
finally
not lay off
lower the
1,000
prices.
employees, like Epic Games did.
You also want to talk about not treating your employees well. Halo Studios, aka former 343.
Yeah.
They do not deserve the name Halo Studios, man.
No.
Like you really went out, you did this whole rebrand thing, and you're still the same.
Well, I mean, a Halo Studio, having the gall to call yourself Halo Studios when there hasn't been a good Halo game in like 15 years.
You
17 years?
tried with Infinite.
Yeah.
You tried with Infinite 343. I'll just say that, but oh my god, just get your freaking management in order.
Yeah.
Because going off of what came out recently, yeah, it just seems like a total nightmare. That hasn't changed in the last like 10 years because the same thing also happened during Infinite's development, during Halo 5's development, during Halo 4's development.
Yeah. There's so many game companies that just like can't have like a nice workplace where nothing goes wrong. Like Blizzard, I don't know if I need to explain. Like Blizzard, you know what Blizzard did.
What do you mean? Activision Blizzard is the safest. It's the safest workplace of all time. It was rated #1 in Safe Workplace magazine 2 years ago.
That's actually so true.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing bad ever happens at Activision
Yeah,
Blizzard.
no. They make Call of Duty. Hooray! We love Call of Duty.
Yeah, and they also sexually harass women.
What?
What? No.
That would never happen.
That would never happen and wouldn't be covered up. No.
Speaking of covering things up, the new Nintendo leaks, which like came out recently.
Yeah, and they claim
Which
to
I feel
be.
like there's leaks every like month for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because they haven't had a direct in like, what was the last like not like partner showcase either, like the main like Nintendo Direct.
Well, like last year or something.
I don't
Back
even
in-
was it the Switch 2 one?
I think so. I don't remember the last
I
direct.
think the last one was like April of last year, so a year ago.
Yeah. I don't really remember the last time we had like a real direct.
Yeah, there wasn't like a showcase or like the Indie Fest or whatever they call it.
Yeah, or like Indie World, I think.
Indie, yeah, I think it's
that.
like Indie World, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they need to have one eventually because on these leaks, like there's a Mario game, and like a 3D Mario for the Switch 2, which has like 2 games also coincidentally,
There's a the whole Ocarina of Time remake.
which is massive. Because I remember they remade Majora's Mask on the 3DS a couple years ago. Didn't they do Ocarina of Time?
They
too?
did do Ocarina of Time around the 3DS's launch.
Yeah, which is strange they're doing another one, I guess.
I
But I
mean-
guess it makes sense because it's not locked to the 3DS anymore. But
I mean, I just hope it's good, man.
yeah, well, there was
and
problems.
if it's real.
Yeah, well, if they're real, right? There was problems with the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask 3DS games though. They took away a lot of mechanics and made things like really simple. I remember I seen like a Scott. Was it Scott? No, it was someone else. It wasn't Scott the Waz video. It was something else.
I think I saw the same video too. It was mostly Majora's Mask that
You
had
probably-
those
yeah,
issues.
it was Majora's Mask.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time was mostly pretty faithful.
Yeah, they made a lot of the masks function really differently. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a new Ocarina of Time HD remake, remaster, HD 2D, I don't know what they're like.
If
Every
it-
remake is
If it's from the ground up, I'm just hoping to see that like.
like Breath of the Wild almost.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing like Ocarina of Time in like the cell shaded Breath of the Wild style.
That would be nice.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Because then you have like not like Toon Link, but like you'd have like a young Link and like almost like a Toon Link kind of style in that way.
Yeah, you'd kind of have like almost like a Ghibli kind of style.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah, and the other Nintendo leaked Star Fox game, maybe that's why like Fox was in the Mario movie.
They gave him a whole like anime introduction, by the way.
Did they really? Oh,
Yeah, they did. It was like really well animated for some reason.
yeah, I mean, there had to be a new Star Fox movie because all the little Timmies they watched them like, who is this like Fox character?
They got it
They look up Star Fox. The last game was like 1997.
like
Or
2016.
not. Oh, last good game was like 1997.
Yeah. It's so wild that like Star Fox as a franchise only has like 2 really good games and the rest are all like
Yeah,
mediocre.
they're both on the SNES and N64.
That and like most of their games are just like remakes of the same one because
Yeah.
64 is like kind of a remake of the first one.
Well, not like a remake, but more of a
It's like a
like
retelling,
a true
whatever.
imagining because the Super Nintendo could not handle polygons at all. Really,
Yeah.
it was like fake.
And when they did, it was at like 5 frames per second.
Yeah, N64 wasn't much better, but it like actually looked.
It,
There was 3-dimensional capability.
it
and-
ran at a stable frame rate.
Yeah, which is something you can't say for a lot of Switch games.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon
I'm
or
interested.
Smash sometimes.
I do want to check out Star Fox 64 at some point. There was a decomp for it not too long ago.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, there
There's
was.
a lot of decomps for a lot of different games and systems now. Like
I think Twilight Princess is in the process of getting one.
yeah, well, like every Xbox 360 game,
Yeah, they got that like tool recently to help them do that way easier.
which is pretty insane that like technology has come that far.
Hey man, if these companies don't want to do native PC ports, might as well do it yourself.
Yeah, or put them on a service that's $10 a month for unlimited games, like Game Pass,
Microsoft.
or like the Nintendo Online service is so underused. That's just like that just came to my head.
Like they really do just update that thing once a month just to put out like one game.
Just like a random like no one knows this game, like a random game that was only in Japan that never got like an English port, and just like put together. But like the Pokemon Fire Red stuff from a couple weeks ago, like why was it not on the Game Boy Advance like service?
Money.
Yeah, well, yeah, money obviously, but like you're paying $50 a month for that anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure the cut would just go to Pokemon Company, Game Freak, whoever.
Yeah, for just dropping a ROM on the eShop, they could have just threw it on there.
But then they could have like speed up, they could have multiplayer,
Save states.
save
Actually, that's probably why. Because,
well,
with
save
like the
states are-
bank and
Yeah.
all that.
Oh yeah, like Pokemon Home and stuff.
People would be like cheating like legendaries and whatever.
Yeah, which I mean that kind of comes back to Pokemon Champions, which we'll have more on next week since that came out 12 hours ago, not even 12 hours ago,
Yeah,
not even a full day ago.
not too long ago.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you pronounce it? Pokopia?
Pokopia. Yeah, it's
Pokopia?
like Pokemon Utopia. Yeah.
I mean, that came out too pretty recently.
Yeah, I've seen very good things about that.
Yeah,
If
I've
that came
heard-
out in 2020, it would have been #1 selling game of all time.
Yeah, it would have probably passed New Horizons for how underwhelming that one was.
I actually like New Horizons.
Like, I'm not a big Animal Crossing fan, but I feel like New Horizons was so like it felt undercooked.
Well, I mean the nature of when it was being developed, right? Right
Yeah.
before the world changed forever.
That's very true, and they had to like drop the rest of the content through DLC.
Through DLC, yeah, which is pretty common in that era, actually. I know Pokemon was starting to do DLC around then. Animal Crossing was doing DLC. Now every game has DLC.
all the Mario spin-offs too around that time.
Because now you're paying for a $70 game, and then 2 months later, a $30 expansion pack.
It's free DLC, but in reality, you're just throwing out the game now and just finishing it later.
Yeah, that's what like Pokemon Legends ZA did. The $70 game, and then the 2 months later, the Mega Dimension was $30, and it was literally no more content. It was like a little bit. It was like a couple more megas got like added to the game, and that was it.
Yeah.
And you could level to like 200 now. It's like, ooh.
Whoop-de-doo.
Every other JRPG has been doing that for 20 years.
Yeah. All right. Well, that would conclude this episode of Game On. It's been very thrilling.
I'm Trevor.
I'm Mike. And remember to game on. And also buy a thesaurus at your local library.
True. Sponsored by Thesauruses. Thesauruses. I need to buy a thesaurus. I can't pronounce the word thesaurus.
You know Merriam-Webster killed my family?
That's actually real.
Yeah.
That's 100% true. We would never spread misinformation.
I now have an
about Game On.
undying hatred for Merriam-Webster.